Welcome back, blade lovers. We got a whole lot of knives on the table today, and you'll have to bear with me if I haven't included all of the Kubeys in my collection. There are actually a few more than these. You will find the reviews out on my channel, so just by selecting the Kuby playlist or doing a search for the word Kuby, you should find them. I had hoped to include even more, but I think as it goes, this will be a long vid. You may not mind, and you can skip through it, of course. But it will take me real-time minutes in order to turn out this video. So here we go. Here's my theme today. A wide variety of knives with Kuby. Everything from a $35 knife in the Kuby Carve over here, all the way up to almost a $300 knife with the Kuby Beast by Tkachuk. And I'm going to use my little cheat sheet of vids and my database of knives that I have stored in Memento, which is a great app, free app by the way. You can set that up to catalog all your knives. So, already used a minute and a half, and we want to talk about knives today. So, again, my theme is what a company that gives you a variety of designs, many of them by well-known makers, some internal, and everything from budget knives all the way up to M390 titanium. So here we go. Where shall we start? Well, one of my favorites, if not the favorite, is the Kuby Atlas that I recently acquired. This is a Jelly Jerry design. It is an absolutely gorgeous knife. It is drop shut and hydraulically smooth all day long. Titanium handle, S35 VN blade. Really neat colors. You didn't think they'd work, but they do. I didn't think I'd like them. That sky blue, baby blue anodizing. But there's just enough of it. Not too much. And it's got a great squared off look to it. The ergos are just amazing. Flat handle. This can be an excellent worker knife. You've got a usable finger choil. Wharncliffe blade, well, really a chopper blade. I call them chopper blades when they're that wide and high. Full flat grind. Just really, it isn't just the looks, and I don't trend towards knives that I say have no points, right? Pointless? Not really. But this felt so good. Once I started working with it, action is just so tremendous that it's on my highly recommended list. You can pick these up for about $160 on Amazon, I think. You can pick them up on White Mountain if they're available, less my 10% discount for using Old Sword as your code. All right, I'm going to keep that folded and put it to the side because I'm going to need room to show the rest of these. Here is the longest of the bunch, and I'm going to have to refer to my crib notes to get you actually no name but a number on this one. This is the 253D. It's a 4.3 inch blade in D2 with a bronzed titanium handle. It's no longer made. It's got basically a long trailing point blade with a little bit of a swedge at the top. Super great drop shut action. Look at that. Really unusual handle. I don't know if there is a designer out of in-house. I think this is an in-house design. You got these interesting finger grooves where you can go way back on the handle or you can come up on the handle. Nice jimping. As I say, D2 steel, so nothing real fancy. Frame lock with a hardened steel insert. Kind of what I call a baseball bat clip Doesn't that look just like a baseball bat, even with the grip here? A long slot for a lanyard. I love it because it's so unusual. There's not another one like it in the Kuby line. So that is, again, and I got to look again, the 253D, and D is for the color. So the 253, really, really unusual knife. Coming down, the Potvora, which means beast in Ukrainian, I believe, according to Tkachuk, who is the designer. Fancy materials on this one, M390 and titanium frame lock. Did a review on this recently. Got a crazy shaped blade with a double recurve and kind of a hawk's bill at the end, and almost a Tonto-ish transition there from the recurve out to the tip. Simple sculpted handle, flipper or opening hole. Simple modernized looking clip. A lanyard hole. Plain back strap. But a big, almost 4-inch and just crazy design blade. Max likes to turn these types of things out if you've been following his designs. So that is the Beast by Kuby. Let's talk about the Carve, one of my favorite budget EDC knives. Drop shut all day long. Yes, simple D2 blade, interesting fuller there. Tonto, almost with kind of a hint of a harpoon. G10 handle, pretty good thickness to the blade. Ergos are super. And again, this goes for about $33, $34, something like that. You can get them on Amazon. I think you can still get them on White Mountain Knives. Comes in another blade shape too, comes in a drop point. I happen to really like the Tonto. I have to thank Dirk Werning for highlighting this, even though he shows a lot of higher end knives. We are both very impressed with the Kuby Carve. Look at that really useful finger choil you can choke up. A great knife, great action for a very minimal amount of money. And not sure that clip is switchable. I don't believe it is, because it's inlet on the right side of the knife, so and you don't see that over here. Wide open construction, no backspacer. You do have a provision, I believe, for lanyard on that top pin. And a nice long deep carry clip. If you like Tontos, great way to go. Kuby Carve. And the Kuby Carve has a number. Get that for you real quick. It is the KB237. I'll see if I can list all of these in the notes for you. How about that? Well, here's one very, very light titanium and D2. A longer knife, at least 3 3/4 inches. See if I can get you a number on this one. A lot of these just have numbers. And, well, I know it's in here somewhere. It is the Nova. Sorry about that. Kuby Nova. Drop point blade. Beautiful design. I don't think there was a designer on this. Nice little refinements to the blade. They do make a higher end version of this, but you're going to pay almost double. This is about $100 knife in D2, probably because of the titanium. Has a nice swale there for your thumb, kind of a thumb ramp. The ergos on this, it looks very geometric, but the ergos are excellent. Trapezoidal shape there. Very useful, high grind. And again, Kubey likes to use these usable finger choils, which this definitely is. Nice jimping. This could be a great working knife, even though it looks space age and fancy. Got that blue anodized clip. And an interesting swedge on the top, the way that it narrows and then widens here and narrows, and then you have almost a harpoon here, although you don't have that on the top element of the blade on the spine. Kubey Nova. Narrowing it down, here is the Kubey Dandy. This is another design by Tkachuk for Kubey. They are now making this in a higher end knife out of S35VN. This is AUS 10. Great action on it. A more slender knife with a stick type handle. Great ergos. Very aggressive jimping here. Very aggressive. Rather sawtooth. You can see my thumb sort of jump along that. Medium high grind, maybe 2/3 up the blade. Sheep's foot contour. Really nice titanium. I think this is a great melding of materials when they use AUS 10 and titanium, or something like VG10 and titanium, or N690 and titanium. It's a good compromise. You get a good stainless steel, while at the same time getting a beautiful looking knife where you can use premium materials such as titanium. A nice clip coming up on deep carry. Not switchable, however, as far as I can tell. The Kubey Dandy. You could be a dandy. That's what they used to call the old well-dressed gentleman back in the day. Okay, let's go to another G10 knife. Real interesting shape, and these come in a higher end knife for a couple hundred as well. And D2 blade, and I'm going to have to cheat again and get you the number off of my sheet here. Oh. I think this is the KU221. Yep, KU221. They don't brand the blade with the numbers. Really cool Wharncliffe style blade, very piercy. Almost coming up on something like a Spyderco Yojimbo, you know. Comfortable handle, nice ergos, and look at that pocket for your thumb up front. You got jimping back here, and you got the pocket up here. Green G10 on this one, comes in a variety of other colors. Liner lock, blue titanium clip. They use titanium for the clips when it's not used anywhere else. It's interesting. You have a really nice built-in guard from the flipper tab on this one. You can definitely choke up and hang on. Full-size handle, 3.5-inch blade. D2. You may or may not like that. I think we're getting tired of D2 because we're just tired of hearing about it. I don't think the steel's changed any. Used to be the greatest thing, right? But at any rate, that is the 214, KU214. Last, and certainly not least, another one of my favorites is what's remaining on the table, the KB256. which is nicknamed the XuanYuan. 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 3.5-inch Aus 10 blade with a titanium handle. Very flat, very ergo friendly handle. Smooth drop shut. Squares up the blade with the handle, forming yet another angle. I mean, look at the milling on the handle here, and then look at this shape and look at this shape. It all kind of comes together with these trapezoid shapes, and they carry that through the clip as well. I don't see a maker's name on it, so I'm not sure if there is a designer that isn't in-house. It is Aus 10 with titanium, very similar to the Kuby Dandy. Neat knife, good length, full-size handle, and the blade looks short, but it's a full 3.5-inch blade. Feels light, got some really neat file-like jimping on the spine of the blade there. Let's see if they'll all fit. I'll try to stuff them in the final shot here. And who knows, I've got enough remaining Kubeys where we might be able to do another review, or at least overview. It's not really a review. I'm just really pointing out what I like about each. Some of the features I feel are worthwhile. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but there they are. A little shifted to the right, but I'll live with it. Hope you like this vid, and don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. I'm just shy of 2,000 subscribers, and we're working on that giveaway, so stay tuned. This Old Sword, signing out.